Alright, I think we are good. There is that. Let me just do this, this. Alright, everyone. Hello. Alright. Let's see if... I think Heresy only transfers over at, I believe Heresy only transfers over a bit later, right? At 1, if I remember correctly. I'll probably get put in the queue. Okay, so patch notes are available here, so hold on a second. I'm gonna keep this up for a second. Loop. Loop. We go to X here. Okay, I got error code chicken, so that's fine. Alright, let me go ahead. Oh, okay, never mind. Let me just... I have to do this manually. Alright. Patch notes! Patch notes, patch notes, patch notes. Alright, episode Heresy. The final episode of the Shadow of Shape has begun. All chicken happens. Trials of Osiris, I don't really care about. Move Trials away from flawless based system, that's fine. Passages, I don't really care. Passages, I don't really care. Intel skill is tracked and updated for all modes. Detectives are now on par with base kills for points. Interesting. Okay, this is a lot of this PvP stuff. Probably Eric, yeah. Contacting servers, yeah. I don't care about the PvP stuff, so... Oh, wait, some of these are zone now spawns after 40 seconds instead of 30 seconds. It takes 20 seconds to capture up from 15 seconds. Interesting. Showdown revives no longer subtract a point from the opposing team. Interesting. Kills now contribute points. Well, that's nice. That means our banner games are going to go a little bit faster. Praise the dungeon. Salvations. I changed the memento acquisition criteria for Salvation's Edge and Garden, so Salvation's Reds. No wipe completions are no longer required, only a full clear. That's good. A full clear has a chance to create the memento once per week, per class on normal difficulties. It can drop repeatedly in master mode. Interesting. First host, I don't really care. Last Wish. Updated Queen's Walk buff to be displayed at the top of the HUD as with other critical buffs debuffs. Because, yeah, that's where raid buffs are supposed to be held, but Queen's Walk does not appear there. Also, I do apologize if I have to mute every so often, but that is largely because I'm a little bit sick. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, another chicken error. That's nice. Gameplay exotic armor. There's hunters stuff, rated dance machines, renewal grasp, sealed Ahamkara grasp. I don't use any of these. Try advance, revitalize spirit of Galanos for tracer. Yeah, I don't really. Science ramparts. I don't use science ramparts, but There's those changes. The Eternal Warrior is interesting to make it more useful for Fist of Havoc, but Eternal Warrior needs a good ornament. It's just not going to see much use because the general populace agrees that it's ugly. That it's ugly as frick. And Insurmountable Skull Fort now grants energy to arc melee abilities when hitting targets with melee attacks. The amount granted varies based on the melee used. Which is nice. Kepri's Horn now sends out 3 waves of flame instead of a single one. When you cast your barricade, 3 waves no longer return to the torso barricade. They only travel outwards once. Capacity damage by these waves are enveloped in a sunspot. Now requires the Solar Super to be equipped to create the flames from the barricade. And then obviously it changes to Worm Gods and whatnot. We've already seen a lot of these in the TWAB, so is there anything new, actually new here? Why are fusion rifles getting a damage buff? Against non-bosses. Like damn. Like damn. Hey, his Vex Mythic class is actually gonna clap. Glaives had a bunch of changes, heavy linears, branch the flinch taken, so they're no longer affected by the flinch nerfs. Targeted as special ammo linear fusion rifles. Okay. Rocket sidearms are generally getting a nerf. Blast radius. That's gonna be nice to have. It's actually gonna be kind of nice to have blast radius instead of range, because sidearms range, at least rocket sidearms range, are very useless. Support frame range now scales how far away you can heal. Interesting. Wave frame. Oh, wave frame swords are even in the fucking game. Oh wait, I believe there's only one. I believe there's only one wave frame. Right, because things like Black Talon are technically caster frames. Yeah, they're technically caster frames. Adjusted particle effect. Okay, interesting. Auto rifles, minors, and majors. That's good. Linears, 10%. Power GL is getting nerfed. Negative 10% versus bosses. Rapid fire GL bonus reserve reduced. Interesting. Scout rifles are getting a buff to both. SMG's only a minor. Trace rifles only a minor. Trace rifles should give it majors as well. Moved time. Ambitious assassin. Okay, that's better. Now grants volatile. Yeah, destabilizer runs is gonna slap. That's gonna slap, especially on like maybe like trace rifles and whatnot. It's actually gonna be quite good. Interestingly enough, flash counter is only gonna be useful for titans that use stronghold. I think so. Those exotic arms are called. I don't believe Glaives can get flash. No, Glaives should get flash counter. Honestly, full court. Interesting. Grave robber. Okay. Loose change. Loose change is just not a particularly great perk. Psycho hack. Set it up to use. Oh, so Psycho hack did not actually do exhaust originally necessarily. Set it up to use a new exhausted verb instead of a custom variant. Fixed an issue where indomitability was not functioning. Fixed an issue where the severed duration granted by the slice perk was not being extended by threat of continuity. Interesting. Fix an issue where glaive melee attacks against stasis crystals would not trigger Rhyme Stealer. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe, Heresy is setting us up to get, the new... Maybe Heresy is setting us up to get a taken subclass with the new Frontiers. The exhaust is kind of an interesting verb here. Classic exotic glaive, special shot no longer tied to glaive energy. That's actually nice. Building feedback. Ooh, Titan's also getting stabilizing rounds. I kind of would have well, actually, Titans could be interesting. Centrifuge mag size, whatever. Colony. Increased detonation damage is kind of insane considering Colony's actually quite good at, like, as a general GL that you don't necessarily need to use for damage. Colony's actually quite good. Increased number of bots spawned to... Colony's gonna kind of be pretty goated, especially with volatile rounds. It can get quite good. Darcy is essentially a Galahorn sniper. Found a new effect gains. It grants a 30% damage buff to this weapon when you apply or receive an elemental keyword. Man, this is kind of hard for Arc unless amplified counts. But that is kind of interesting for Hardlight lovers. Yeah, contacting, bruh. Delicate Tomb increases the chance for minor Bryonic traits from 4 to 10, and then increase the damage bonus from 30 to 40%. Damn. The return ammo from reserves in the magazine per kill is useless for Fourth Horseman. Fourth Horseman is a blow your load exotic. It's not a get actual kills with the thing. Legend of Acris is going to be insane. Reduced damage spread by 30%. Reduced spread by 33%. Damage fall off distance start set to 1.5, down from 2.5. So the damage fall off is going to be a little bit more, right? Yeah. Increased range, projectile max distance to 18, up from 12. That's kind of insane, because Acreus's exotic perk currently doesn't really do much. Even when ad clearing, it's kind of rare for you to shoot the enemy that's behind, because they sometimes are more spread out. This is going to make Acreus a little bit more viable for, like, extra stuff. Lord of Wolves getting a ton of changes. Catalyst is getting changed too. Lorenz Driver picking up a bounty tag now grants 1 ammo to the mag. Interesting. Triggering Langry and Side by picking up a bounty tag adds 6 ammo to the mag the first time you trigger it. Goes back to adding 1 per tag on extensions when the buff remains active. Interesting. Manticore just updated the art. What the fuck? Okay, Battle Eye's having issues? Alright, let me let's check Steam here. Because it just updated, so... down. Okay, well, I guess try relaunching it. Alright. Back to this. Queen Breaker's getting some changes. Quicksilver Storm. Is only getting the change to the rocket thing. Celestial's getting some new stuff. Warcliff Coil. Warcliff Coil just flat out needs a damage buff. Just flat out needs a damage buff desperately. Excalibur's getting a ton of changes too. Wait, fixed collective obligation not being able to leech suppression from tether targets. Interesting. Suppress VFX from Winterbright's exotic. Okay, interesting. Fixed an issue where Choir of One wasn't applying proper bonus damage to frozen enemies. That had bonus damage to frozen enemies in the first place? That I did not know. Fixed issue returns magic could continue to apply Scorch to enemies even if it was not hitting them. Well, that's good for PvP. Well, now you share an exhaust verb. Ah. So Overload essentially means exhausting. Added new weapon mods. Okay. Fix an issue or curated roles of Guardian games. Okay. Issue where preventing failures to not because tracking module. Oh, fix an issue preventing failures from being able to reselect the tracking module perk on the Hothead rocket launcher? I have an adept Hothead with tracking module. Huh. I don't use it though. Could drop it the quick draw perk in both trait columns. Yeah, this is a known bug. Abilities. arc, the bolt charge, amplified. Combats are now less accurate against you. No grants 50% damage resist. It's a lot of changes to the stuff, but this stuff we're gonna have to see. Radiant reduced the damage from 25% to 20%. I agree with this massively. Frost armor getting increased damage resist is phenomenal. Tine Barricade is getting changed. Increased damage resist versus splash damage, which is going to be absolute fantastic when you're behind it, because goddamn in GMs, generally speaking, barricades are pretty bad, because they can just throw a scorn grenade, and bada bing, bada boom, you're dead. Okay. I guess I'm not the only one having issues with Battle Eye. Yes! 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 Thunder Crash finally got changed! Colliding with enemies now more reliably triggers the crash! Finally! This is a massive issue with A-Tracks and bosses that were a lot... ironically enough, bosses that were, like, not huge but kind of big, Thunder Crash would kind of slip around them and not, like, reliably, like, do the crash. Holy shit, finally! The War of Dawn changes are terrible. Consecration getting nerfed by quite a bit. Hunter. New perk added to Tempest Strike. Killing any jolted target grants a stack of bolt charge. Interesting. Increased damage versus PvE combatants. So Tempest Strike got a buff. Interesting. Disorienting Blow. Arc Staff. Ascension. They probably did the buffed Ascension with the fragment slots because nobody's using it. There's no way that's not the reason. They just made a lot of stuff work together for Hunter. And Warlock didn't do too much. I feel like Titan definitely had probably the most amount of changes. Power progression. Okay. Power floor 1900, soft cap 1960, powerful cap 2010, hard cap 2020. Interesting. 801 will now allow you to progress. Tying it all together with up to. Okay, interesting. Fix an issue with the lore tab. Okay. Sure. Rapidly navigating through customization menus could cause some ornaments to become unpurchasable. Okay. Ornaments could be reacquired. Prevented solstice gloves from appearing on some trials armor. Interesting. Some ornaments would erroneously report they were owned even though they had never been acquired. That's weird. Missing visual accents on the campaign node for the final shape on the timeline. Interesting. But that is it for patch notes. Now we keep trying to log in. Which you keep getting various error codes for. Without any updates from the Twitter. Come on. Oh, I'm in! I'm in! I'm in! I'm contacting Destiny 2 errors? Come on, please. Please just let me in. can't even load into the game. I'm stuck on a black screen. Of course. Of course, another classic terrible punchy seasonal launch. Centipede. I'm getting just about every error code in the game. Oh, wow. Oh, Bungie acknowledged it! Woo, they acknowledged it! So they just acknowledged the error, saying, "We are currently investigating stability issues and arise in various error codes, including Plum. More information will be provided when available." Oh, they put in a queue. They put a queue. This is gonna be a while. Oh, come on. Just let me log in. Come on, Bungie. Yep, of course. Ah. They took the servers down. That's funny. They're probably rebooting them, if I'm being honest. Typical Bungie, another disastrous launch. I don't think anyone is even in the game yet. Bruh, some people are in the game. This is whack. It's not gonna let me in, but might as well try. Come on. Of course. Of course. Come on. Come on. How are people even able to play this fucking game? Come on. Bruh. What the fuck? Come on. Alright, I'm gonna restart my game and see if that helps at all. Cause like, damn. Alright. Just hope that worked. Maybe restart helped. Just had no fucking idea where my mouse was. Fucking god, this is. Alright, I'm going to give it until 1 to really stabilize, but then after that, I'm gonna hop off for like an hour and then come back and hope that the game has any semblance of stability. It's kind of crazy how Destiny 2 kind of really is the only live service game to have like horrible launches like this on a consistent basis. Oh, I got cutscene. I got cutscene.
Deep within Soul lies a sepulchre
The
of eager
cutscene is
teeth.
very laggy though.
Akka, the womb of secrets, slain by Oryx and shaped into the dreadnought. We invited vengeance in when we buried Oryx's son Crota beneath the moon. And shadowed against that vengeance as Oryx brought his rule to bear at the Battle of Saturn.
Now, they're using Destiny 2 footage, but we actually beat him in
Could not
Destiny 1.
extinguish the light.
Hello, breakfast.
And by his own logic, he fell. Shortly after, another's claim found Akka.
Ah, damn! I got halfway to the cutscene. Oof. Wow, just when I said I might be hopping off and played the cutscene. Okay, they might be restarting the servers again. I think the best thing for them to do is do I think they need to have a queue each time. They can't be doing this. Yeah. The problem is the Atomic Heart DLC just recently released, like last week, and unlike the previous two DLCs, that one's actually kind of fun. I was playing it earlier, and I come here and it's like, bruh. Because I know some streamers are fucking already in the fucking game. Like, Toad Smoothie is in, but he's getting errors constantly. Well, getting some errors. Apparently, Lucky 10P's in. Yeah, I know. Because I had gotten some comments a while back on one of my Destiny 2 videos being like, dead game. Well, no, actually, no, it wasn't. I was messaging a friend of mine about the new Heresy stuff, and he was like, the game's dead. I'm like, no, the game's far from dead. Like, it has way too many players for the game to be dead, but is it dying? That's another question. A game dying and a game being dead are two different things. Because a decent amount of games are dying, but like Multiverses, the servers are shutting down. That game is dead. The server shut down, the game's dead. I can also argue that Destiny 1 is a dead game. Even though I feel like a lot of Destiny players like to pretend that Destiny 1's not dead, it is dead. Like, you can load into just about any activity and you being the only person there. Like... So I don't know. I think Sparking Zero is not very far from reaching dead game status either. Considering the lack of, like, co-op type stuff. And considering the lack of maps, the Sparking Zero as a whole wasn't. It's pretty much a shell of a game. Oh, yeah. 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 I personally don't think I've really ever played an actual dead game myself. At least a few, like, kind of life surfacey games that I've played. I don't think I've ever played a game until it was dead. Even fighting games don't really die, and Souls games don't really die either. Like, even Dark Souls 1 has a pretty big PvP community still. And, like, challenge runners and that sort of deal, and speedrunners. Unfortunately, Destiny 2 can't really benefit from a, like, hardcore speedrunning community necessarily, or doing challenge runs in Destiny 2 isn't necessarily the best either. Because you have to set your own point A and point B. And you also have to rely on RNG quite a lot with Destiny 2, and that's not something that necessarily exists for single player games that are staying alive. Oh, I've come to accept the low points. I have come to accept the low points. I would say the one low point, and I still think it's the lowest point we've had, was Season of the Plunder. That was the actual lowest low that I have felt. Because, like, King's Fall was the only saving grace of Season of the Plunder. That season was actually bad. I think people forget how god awful of a low point we were at with Season of the Plunder. I don't know though. I don't really. I personally am not super experienced like MMOs or anything like that, but I haven't seen a single game. I've never played a single game that has hit as many lows as Destiny has as a franchise. And I've also hit that many highs. Usually games will start strong, decline over time. Destiny kind of doesn't do that. It just goes rock bottom, peak, rock bottom, peak. And it's like, okay. And I know we claim this year's different, but yeah. Oh, game? Okay, well, since it's the playing because he's playing again, take a
Deep
look at
within
this.
soul lies a sepulchre of eager.
Oh, I need
teeth.
to get that, but hold on a second before I actually get this.
Aka,
Star Wars
the
set.
worm of
Oh!
secrets. Slain
Oh,
by
that's a nice,
Oryx
that's a
and
clean
shaped
ornament for
into the
Malfeasance.
We
Bright
invited
Dust,
vengeance in when we
Slayer's
buried
Fang
Oryx's
ornament.
son Crota beneath the moon.
I try getting into Warframe, I can't.
And shadowed
Dune
against
Marcher's
that
ornament, which is
vengeance,
old. Stop loading!
as Oryx brought his
Stop
will
loading!
to bear
Load,
at the
please!
Battle of Saturn.
Okay, stop loading. Okay, no! 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 Come on! Next thing I was about to check was gonna be the, armor ornaments for exotic armors. Oh, their legendary counterparts. Come on, Bungie, just edge me like that. What the fuck? Okay, so I guess Bungie Help just tweeted, we're investigating an issue where surges were mistakenly re-enabled in raids. No, today's server and stability issues are our top priority to fix. We appreciate your patience while we continue our investigation. Who? Whoever re-enabled surges and raids, they need to be fired. Oh wait, what? Do we know what dungeon armor looks like? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. Oh, hold on a second, because this might determine whether or not I actually buy the dungeon or not. What's the new dungeon called? What's the new dungeon called? It's not Sundering Flesh. That's a shader. Um, that's possible, but surgeons don't really matter to that, though, is the problem. Um, yeah, it's Sundering something. Okay, maybe I can find it via this. Not Vesper's Host. What's the new dungeon called? Sunder Doctrine. That's what the name of the dungeon's called. Doctrine Armor. Hmm. Oh, that's not the dungeon armor. That's. It seems like the enemy type might be. Yeah, the enemy type in the dungeon is going to be the Dread. Dread's going to be the enemy type in the dungeon. So at least we know the enemy type. Oh god, that's gonna fucking suck on day one. Holy shit, that's gonna suck. Um. I'm trying to see. Okay. Oop. Nothing new on there. Let me see. It wouldn't be under raid secrets. I have to preview the dungeon armor when it's the second I can log in. I definitely need to get the okay. Raid secrets, maybe they'll have it. Oh wait, the original VOW had unstoppable champions. I wonder, no, because if it really is, if it's gonna be solely Dread for the new dungeon, then there's gonna be no champions. But if there is Scorn or Taken in there, then we'll probably have Unstoppables reappearing. Okay, so there's not that. Can I check? Yes, that's 2 leaks. Dungeon armor, please. I'm also gonna guess it's gonna be Taken. Come on, somebody has had to have posted the armor. Okay, okay, okay. I got some stuff for y'all. I got some stuff. I got some stuff here. Okay, so we actually have some stuff here. Looks like seems to be the dungeon exotic, as in a pyramid. Oh yeah, I believe this might have gotten leaked. What the fuck is this? This also might be an ornament for the Strand SMG exotic. Oh, I hope we do not get Strand. I hope we do not get Dread Champions. This second, I'm gonna keep my ear to the streets. So Vex Mental Class is getting an ornament. Ooh, that Vex ornament. Oh wait, that Vex ornament does look kind of nice. It could be a rocket sidearm. I'm not completely sure what this is, unless the new exotic. Okay, unless the new like the Strand SMG exotic is a new frame, then it could be like a new exotic in that form. I'm hoping for an Arc Dungeon exotic though, because fun fact, there is only a singular Arc exotic to have. I believe there's only 3 in total, but we have not gotten a single Arc exotic to come from a raid, dungeon, or exotic mission since Garden of Salvation. Not a single dungeon, raid, or exotic mission has released an Arc exotic. All the Arc exotics we have gotten so far have been from either like post-campaign content or season passes. We haven't gotten them from an actual like dedicated mission to it in an extreme long period of time. Havoc Pigeon, like please. The second the cutscene plays, okay, I'm gonna keep my ear out. There are a lot of bank files too. Ooh, this is the stasis set. Okay, the Titan's interesting. The Warlock looks clean. Oh, that Hunter cloak looks sick. With the stasis sides. They could bring a new rocket sidearm, but we've already had a dungeon exotic have a rocket sidearm very recently, so. Man, the stasis armor does look clean. I'm not a huge fan of how the Titan looks necessarily. I do like the chest piece though. But the Warlock and the Hunter both do look clean. Of course, I got error coded. Alright, I also saw some more stuff. I kind of hope Soros Regime gets a better ornament because I use that for PvP, ironically enough. Also, I have heard rumors that there is a Siva shader. I have heard rumors that there's a Siva shader. But... Ooh, a Cerberus 1 ornament? Okay, I don't know a single person that uses that. Oh, it's a linear! Okay, so... Is it a... It's a heavy linear. It's a heavy... Oh, wait, we don't actually know if this is a heavy linear or not, because it's just exotic ornaments. Also, I saw that Outbreak Perfected ornament. We'll get there. But... Finality's Augur, linear fusion. So the dungeon exotic is a linear, it seems like. Or exotic mission. It could be the exotic mission. But I think it's more likely it's the dungeon exotic. Possibly. Wait, I heard the menu. Bam. We're not even waiting for the character to load. Okay. Finality's Augur. What was this thing up here? On the site. Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, hold on a second. There's... Final boss info. Karev the Erased. Okay. Oh, this Outbreak Perfected ornament. Oh, that looks so clean. I'm not a huge... Oh, just... I wish it was a better mixture of the green, white, and red. Oh, wow, that looks good. Thorn ornament. Oh! Urgos. Oh, my goodness. Bungie is cooking. Ergo Sum ornament. Oh, wow. Ergo Sum ornament. Oh, Ariana's Vow. Oh, Ariana's Vow ornament. Oh, this is, wow. Ariana's Vow ornament looks clean. This is Monte Carlo. This has to be a Monte Carlo ornament. Oh, with the chainsaw. Oh. Alright, I had to wait for Torjak to close it. She was leaving for work, but oh, that Monte Carlo ornament looks sick as well.
Deep within soul.
Okay. Cutscene. Okay, collections. Just load armor. It's gonna be an end game.
The womb of secrets, slain by Oryx and shaped.
Flame suit. We can't see it. Flame suit. Okay.
We invite.
I need to see the Titan. Seasonal. What are the featured ones?
and shadowed against that vengeance.
Pyrogales is getting an ornament!
As Oryx brought
Oh, Pyrogales
his
is getting an
will to
ornament!
bear at
Please
the
load it!
Battle of
Please load it!
Sudden.
Please load it! Okay, I at least need to know what we're getting. So we're getting Pyrogales.
But he
So is this an
could
ornament?
not extinguish
So
the
the
light,
Syntheseps, and this is
and
going
by his
with
own logic,
what?
he fell.
Stoicism.
Shortly
More
after,
stoicism stuff.
another
Interesting.
slave
Okay, hold on a second.
found
Hold on a second. Hold on a
Akka,
second. I need to see.
blade matron of the Black Terrace, Zivu Ara.
Please load it. It does suck that Fist of Havoc is not getting an ornament.
The brood poured into Saul until we banished her might.
Okay, well at
and
least watch this.
hewed her soul from her throne.
Because the thing's not loading anyways.
I have kept watch over the husk of Akka as it slept, quiet and unclaimed. Now something sent by hand unseen vivifies the long dead flesh of the dreadnought, rousing ancient, taken wills, hungry with ambition.
That is true. No, I got error coded. Fuck. I was just about done with that, so we can just skip the cutscene and get straight into things. Yeah. I do forget. Ooh, I should have checked out the other ornaments. Oh my god, there's so much stuff to check out. Let me also. I did forget that we have. We usually get different armor sets as well. So Heresy is going to be ending July 15th. That's such a long time. Damn. Man, these are some good shots, though. Like, look at that. That looks so good. That looks so cool. Damn, these ornaments do look clean. Possible. Might be one of the ornaments. This could be for the dungeon. This could definitely be for the dungeon. This is probably for the dungeon. This could be for day 1 dungeon clear. This could be normal dungeon clear. That's what I'm guessing here. Okay, let's. Ah, my wallet's gonna be hurting. Oof. Oh, I'm pretty sure we don't get 2 dungeons. Well, we get 2 dungeons this year, but we're only getting 1 dungeon, and then we're getting an exotic mission in Act 3. They changed how the dungeons are working, so we got a raid with the new expansion, then we got 1 dungeon at the beginning of the previous episode, and then a dungeon at the beginning of this episode. And then we're getting a raid come the new expansion that we're only getting 1 dungeon and 1 raid for the next content cycle. What the fuck? I think you mean no new exotic armor? You don't need Jew armor? I am a little bit irked that there's no new exotic armor. They've already said they're not going to revamp all the armor. They're only going to be, yeah. But yeah, they've already said they're not going to be reworking any previous armor, really. They're only going to be starting it with the new armor. So the new armor is going to have pseudo set bonuses, which I'm shocked that this has not been a thing for a while. Considering, like, First Ascendant has external modules with set bonuses. Diablo has armor set bonuses. Like, they've had it for a long-ass time. Even, I think, maybe, I don't think Warframe has set bonuses necessarily. Yeah, we're getting no exotic armor pieces, which sucks. I was hoping for at least an arc exotic armor because we haven't gotten one in a pretty long time since Season of the Deep, I believe we haven't gotten one. And some people were trying to say that Bungie doesn't do exotic armor and aspects at the same time, but that's just flat out wrong. The last time we got new aspects, we got exotic armor to go like along with them, which was during Season of the Witch. We actually got quite a bit of stuff. We got Consecration, Banner of War, and Pyrogales, I believe. That's what I'm kind of guessing that they didn't decide not to go do exotic armors yet for this episode because they probably want to dedicate more resources into Frontiers. And that's also why we are unfortunately not getting Rats of the Machine, at least for a long ass time. I am kind of curious as to why we're still not getting Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, Fire of Stars, Scourge of the Past, Crown of Sorrow. Like, okay, Leviathan, sure, whatever. I feel like they could bring back Leviathan and the 2 raid layers in their entirety. Oh, server's not available. They have said nothing about the servers in a long time. They're probably rebooting the servers. Please reboot better. Let me see here. Any new leaks? Any new stuff? There's just so much stuff I want to take a look at. So much stuff I want to take a look at that I can't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we have Destiny Heresy going on right now. We have that's my guess for Siva. Because technically speaking, the Rise of Iron expansion isn't exactly canon necessarily. So they've gotta kind of canonize Siva and kind of make that work. So I think we are kind of lore-wise. There has been some hints about Siva's existence and us approaching that. So it's kind of gonna be the best judge is gonna be what Apollo and Behemoth bring. But we got Heresy going on right now. There is a possible Sony State of Play next week. So we might get Phantom Blade Zero release date news. And Copium, maybe Bloodborne news. If Bloodborne is getting a patch or remake or remaster, something. If we're getting anything for Bloodborne, that's next week is going to be the time. They really are split. I'm being dead serious here. We need a Destiny 3. We actually do genuinely need a Destiny 3. It sucks that they were not working on this and they did not foresee this problem, but we actually do need a Destiny 3. Because Engine's obviously not holding up. We've gone so far that there really isn't a loot incentive. The best way I can explain the whole loot problem in Destiny 2 is kind of like breakfast. That's not true for Bloodborne. That's not true. So I looked into it, which is why I did not put out a video on it or anything like that. So it is not Miyazaki that's been holding it back. It's kind of a combination of things. So the issue was Sony did kind of want to bring Bloodborne back in some capacity, but the issue is when they started doing that, they saw that Miyazaki was working on Elden Ring. So they were like, we don't want to bother him. So from Miyazaki's point of view, Sony never approached him. But from Sony's point of view, Miyazaki was busy with Elden Ring. And now Miyazaki's not busy with Elden Ring necessarily. Sony is probably going to be approaching Miyazaki soon, and be like, "Hey, you mind if we touch Bloodborne?" Blue Point was they have Blue Point working on something else, so no. Blue Point is working on their own game, but also I don't know if you heard, they were apparently working on a live service God of War game. Why? Why were they working on that?
Deep within Seoul lies a sepulchre.
That's my question: is why the fuck were they working on a God of War thing?
Secrets.
We're not gonna be able to see a lot of this stuff because it's not gonna load.
Into the dreadnought.
Skip the cutscene because we've already seen it. What am I gonna be using? Where is my? There's my setup. Oh Lord, it's not working. This is the farthest I've gotten. Yeah, the Sony situation is really sketch. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Get a season pass. I have enough silver for it. Imagine if this doesn't go through. Okay, I would like to see the armor. Ooh, Laura Shell. Okay, ornaments. Is it gonna let me see shit? It's not really gonna let me see anything outside of icons. Like, what the fuck? Is it even gonna let me see Lodestar? Okay, Lodestar's ornament is mid. I gotta admit. Ooh, can I see the sparrow? Ooh, that's a neat looking sparrow. So we're getting a void linear reservoir burst. What the fuck? So a void linear. Oh wait, we can actually see everything. No, we can't. Yeah, it's a strand sword. Strand sword. Yes, this is a strand sword. It is a waveframe, but strand sword. I was really hoping for another one. Woo. Strand waveframe sword. No. Okay. Well, oh well. I have no hope that the new leadership with Bungie is really going to do anything. I have no hope for Bungie leadership. Pete Parson is still there. Some people think that Pete Parson's gone. He's not. He's not necessarily tied to Destiny 2 specifically, though. That's the thing. He's still attached to Bungie, but kind of decoupled from Destiny 2. Bro, I can't even get on is the problem. Okay, downtime has been extended. Another update on this issue will be provided in an hour. Okay. Okay, alright. 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 Okay, okay. Oh, I did play some Murky Divers with Torchic last night. Interestingly enough, Torchic wanted to play it. She was like, "Oh, I want to play Murky Divers with you," and it was interesting. It was kind of interesting. Figured out some of the controls and whatnot, but yeah, it's definitely one of those games where, unlike Lethal Company, you really do need a few people. Definitely do need a few people, realistically speaking. Bro, any streamer that is like actually in the game right now is like they've got an insider. They've got an insider. Man, these error codes are dog shit. How hard it's just... Very true. I mean, that's true in general. Why don't you just get their shit together for once? Oh, apparently there's issues in the Nether with regenerating health. Like, it regenerates very, very little health, if anything. Oh, man. Okay, for this, I'm probably... Ooh, Arc is not going to be the play necessarily. You kind of have to build off a knockout is the issue. So I will probably rock Drags Fly, which is that big, gigantic... Which is the biggest issue with Strand Titan. Hmm... I can't believe I stopped playing the Atomic Heart DLC for this shit. Did Bungie just retweeted again? Maintenance has been extended. Another update on this issue will be provided in 1 hour. I know. It's kind of crazy. Actually, Psycho was talking about hopping. Well, he's actually going to be start hopping back on Destiny 2. Looks like it. What kind of sucks is I got called in to work super early tomorrow morning, so I actually got to get off at 5. It's earlier than I usually have to get off for the weekends, because on weekends, the cafe side, which is the side of the store that I work on, the food side doesn't open, like, I don't open until 8, but on the weekdays, I open it at 6 a.m., so that fucking sucks. And I don't know what I fucking have, but damn. Like, coughing is just, like, my throat is fucked. I'll say, thankfully, though, after I open tomorrow, I have the rest of the day off, and then I'm off Thursday and Friday. Servers not available. I might give this until 2. And then just actually hop off. Actually, you know what? Hide my screen for a second. Because I want to see what exactly I have installed on this PC. It's not going to load for shit, so... Elden Ring. I still have to record some stuff for Elden Ring, ironically. Man, I might actually have the flu. What the fuck? You imagine writing a script. Imagine writing a script. My videos are about as unscripted as it gets. The only videos I ever plan on scripting really are if we do get a Bloodborne 2. If we get a Bloodborne 2.
Deep within soul lies.
Then if we do get a Bloodborne 2, this will probably require me to take a little bit of a break from YouTube, but at that point I'll be finding I will literally be hunting down every single item and putting together the story. Power disabled. Can we launch into the activity? Probably not. Oof. Usually, when that happens, I just make a bullet point list. My build's not gonna swap over, is it? Oh my god, just... This is a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little fucking frustrating. This is actually a little frustrating. Oh wait, can I actually... Oh, I couldn't turn on the music. Okay, oh well. The thing I'm probably going to struggle the most with is the final episode of the Dragon Cult Elden Ring vid. It's probably going to struggle the most with. Because I still have to do... I'm going to just omit the Goskin duo, because no one really cares about the Goskin duo. Damn. But, I still have to finish that. I still have to do Malekith, so getting off near Placiduceax, Fortisax, and in no particular order, Hurulu, and then I have to beat the game all in one fucking video. Which shouldn't be terribly hard, necessarily. Once Malekith's dead, it should be easy street. Because I believe Malekith is the final boss that's resistant to lightning damage. Outside of the two dragons, which the two dragons are going to be awful. Because I'm basically going to be shooting them with the pea shooter. And then Destiny 2 Dungeon, if I like how it looks. I still have yet to this day to make any First Ascendant content, so that will still be the case. And hopefully Murky Divers as well. Damn. At that point, I would just be gone. I would just be gone. However, Murky Divers is more, I plan on streaming it rather than just doing an actual video on it. I'm not particularly fantastic at doing horror stuff, however, I plan on visiting one of the Resident Evil games for the first time in the fall of this year, depending on how game releases work out. But March, I have the Jack Giga Bloodborne stream on the 10-year anniversary. Marvel Rivals, I only plan on doing any sort of deal with it when a Ghost Rider arrives, if it does. But the big issue is May Doom Dark Ages. I gotta make sure I have all my ducks in a row, like everything, like, set for Doom Dark Ages when that shit comes out. Because I'm covering that game for sure. Doom Dark Age is going to be massive for me as well. Even though I haven't really visited a lot of the stuff. I wasn't huge... I've seen, obviously, all the Resident Evil games, but Resident Evil Village 7, because Village is 8, right? Yeah, 7 is Biohazard. I wasn't a huge fan of that Blade. Doom Dark Age is going to be strictly video. Strictly actual, like, videos, no streamed. Platinum will not be happening. You have to clear that on all. You have to clear Doom Dark Ages. You would have to clear it on Ultra Nightmare, and I'm not good enough for that. Even like Doom Eternal, despite me having like about 150 hours in that game, I can't play that. I can't beat it on. I can't even beat it on Nightmare. The master levels I do on Hurt Me Plenty on Classic mode, but for the regular game, I've only been able to do Ultra Violence. Platinum for Doom games is kind of hard, actually. I said the hardest Platinum I've probably have done is probably... It has to be Bloodborne. Bloodborne has to be the hardest Platinum I've done. And it's the fact that you have to do... It's so fucking grindy with the Chalice Dungeons. A lot of the Chalice Dungeons bosses were ass. And then the 2 fishes in the well. The 2 sharks in the well was awful. The easiest was Stellar Blades Platinum was pretty easy.
Deep within
as well.
soul lies a sepulchre of eager teeth.
How much you want to bet it's not even going to let me swap loadouts?
The womb of secrets. Slain by Oryx and shaped into
What do I
the
want to use here
dreadnought.
is the question, though.
We invited vengeance in when we buried Oryx.
I'll just stick with here. I don't have the Monarch on me, but oh well.
And shadowed against that
Yep. It depends on the kind of suffering. Like, you can't go overboard on the suffering necessarily. And there's a difference between being miserable and just having rage. It's kind of like 2 different things. Because sometimes I'll reach a state where Elden Ring was a prime example of this, the Dragon Run. There were just... And the reason why I decided not to just do the series from back to front, from front to back, just kind of like walkthrough style, is like there were some genuine moments where I was just like, me rehearing it, it was like, this is straight depression. I would not want to watch this. Because there is a difference between like rage and then like defeat. And defeat is not a pleasant thing to watch necessarily. I hit that with Bale, but the issue with Bale is, for whatever reason, I had 2 different recordings for OBS. One was a no HUD. I had a Goblin Ring on, but I took it off to kill myself a little bit after Bale's second phase because I need a recording of Bale with no HUD for a video down the line for Souls game bosses, but that footage corrupted. I also later went and beat Bale in that same recording chunk, and it got fucking corrupted. Like, it just pooped out of existence. It's like, great, thanks OBS. So I had to verify OBS files, and Elden Ring was also having major lag issues, but I verified Elden Ring files, and there were issues with both files, so got that fixed. Things run smoothly now, and it's like, thank goodness.
deep
Just let me in the fucking activity for once. Just let me in the activity. Like, damn. I feel like we haven't had this one actually this bad in a while. Emblem's not even loading. What the fuck? Shaders definitely won't load. Like, I don't even have a title. Like, what the fuck? Heretic, there's some secret triumphs, whatever. Why is there a legendary ship as a reward? Why? This hasn't really been a thing since Last Wish, I want to say? Where, I believe it was one of the chests gave you a ship that actually did look clean. I'm just gonna get kicked to the title screen. In probably less than 5 seconds. I'm lasting a little bit more than 5 seconds. Yeah, which is Thankfully, why I don't usually record, at least on PC, I don't record in massive chunks. I usually like record individual bosses so that I can just be, so that, you know, just in case it's like, hey, this boss is missing, but it's clear that I beat the boss because I have the boss's item. So it's like, but it's honestly why I'm definitely getting Doom Dark Ages on PS5. One, it just looks better on my PS5, but two, I can just copy the USB, bada bing, bada boom, done. And that's why I also did that. Well, Celebrate I had to, but so I usually prefer recording on my PS5. The issue that sucks is the mic is atrocious on PS5. My issue. Yeah, Spider-Man is yeah, that sounds yeah, I feel that. This is the first time I've had an actually important footage get corrupted though. I've had instances of like Destiny 2 stuff having audio issues, but it's the first one I've had like an actual video just be like unusable. Damn, some people are already just waiting until tomorrow. Yeah. Damn. Come on, Bungie. That kind of reminds me, I needed to, so actually something interesting happened in, Sparking Zero. Recently, because I play the game like on and off, I still have not completed every character's story or whatever. I've only done Goku, Jiren's, Trunks, and that's it. Yeah, diversity is like definitely major. I'm glad I at least, it's not a necessarily good idea from my experience to like be super diverse, but having at least two different main genres to stick to has helped me dramatically. Because I get some people that come for Destiny 2, but they kind of see some of the Soul stuff, might be interested, and will like watch it, and vice versa. Souls and Destiny 2 seems like complete polar opposites, but you know, somehow it works out for whatever reason. I did see. Well, the good thing about having Sparking Zero on PC is that modding is modding. They have modded that game already to shit.
Deep within
It's
soul
not even gonna work,
lies
so
a
I'll just let the
sepulchre
cutscene play.
our eager
Actually, no, I
cleave.
won't. I lied. But they added like a boss challenge thing, which was fine. But my biggest issue, it's like after I made the the custom battle trilogy that I'm gonna have to go back and verify because the AI changed for the stuff. And I will say this right now, the AI is harder. Like those custom battles were kicking my fucking ass. But the custom battles that I made after I made those in posted them or whatnot. Oh, yeah. Well, especially a lot of content creators. And actually, Psycho had that issue with Destiny 2 as well. But yeah, as far as Sparking Zero goes, I had a struggle of being. Oh, yeah. The AI is improved though. I'm not sure if it translates over into story necessarily. So Sparking Zero works. A lot of people don't know this, but individual characters have their own actual AI. Like they have different AI levels. So like Z Broly is stuck at 12. King Cold might be at 11, like from 1 through 20, and that's how the story uses them. But I had a issue where Bardock seemed to be my main. Like it just whenever Bardock touched my hands, I was like he was broken. I would just could just I was go to it Bardock, but I wanted to use Janemba, and Deborah, but Deborah has kind of an ass moveset, and Janemba is a little bit of a struggle sometimes. I'm still kind of learning how to use them, and I thought I would not find another character that could feel as broken in my hands. And I even tried both Gogetas, but both of the Gogetas have issues. Talk about Super Saiyan Blue and Movie Gogeta, not GT. So Movie and Blue Gogeta, they have issues that I didn't care for. But Goku Black felt good in my hands. No Diddy. But oh, finally I have a character that feels good. So now I'm using Super Saiyan Rose and Janemba as my DP team. Unfortunately, they both only have 3 bars of health, which compared to the Dragon Ball Super levels of health, not particularly that much, but Goku Black has an Insta Spark and an instant transmission. Okay. No, 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 no. Uh, I have not. No, Torchic doesn't play fighting games. Torchic doesn't play fighting games. Torchic is not a fighting game person. By the way, if you think my Sparking Zero gameplay is good, Dragon Ball Fighters is a whole other monster. Like I have a main team, and ooh, at least IRL, not a single person has been able to defeat my main team. And even when I'm using any random 3 characters, because I have like almost 300 hours across 3 platforms, if you don't count the PS5 as being a 5th platform, uh, Dragon Ball Fighters is my goated fighting game. Then it goes MK11, then Sparking Zero. We don't talk about Mortal Kombat 1. We don't talk about that game. That's one of the forbidden games we don't discuss. There's a reason why I dropped that series like a hot potato. Actually, I'm assuming meaning Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is actually goated. They buffed Goku quite a bit. Super Saiyan 4 Goku quite a bit. The buff where he says you only have 5 seconds or whatever. His 5 second buff does last 5 seconds, but it used to only buff everything by 2, and now gives you a +8 buff to everything. It's kind of an insane buff. So usually the strat is it's also broken with the sparking thing because sparking does a lot of damage. So usually the strat is you usually go sparking, use that ability, then use your ultimate burst or whatever. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's goaded. Vegeta's fine too. I have never used Frieza though, or Majin Buu. I have not used a single Z character except for Chaozu, ironically enough. Chaozu and Bardock. But Bardock is technically a movie character. I just want Mr. Popo. If Mr. Popo gets added into the game, oh boy, am I in. Mr. Popo will forever be my main if he gets added to the game. Along with Janemba, of course. Alright, we got 8 minutes. Let's see if there's any updates in the leaks department. Cinder Doctrine. There is a worm there. Over. With religion? Oh, yeah, the tutorials is really what you need. Wait. Wait, No Land Beyond is being reprised? What? Got number 3 falling down the music. A new sniper says before enemy comes looking? No way, this is coming back. New Land Beyond reprise. There's no way that's true, right? There's no way that's true. I need clarification on this one. There's a lore tab too. What the fuck? No Land Beyond. Hold on, I need to look up what No Land Beyond does. No Land Beyond. Also, just a side note, Draw Fighters is a little bit different. The characters are balanced. But if you're going against someone that's experienced, you're kind of fucked. But I will say, Dragon Ball Fighters had something really good that Sparking doesn't have. Fighters had party mode bosses. So like with the 3 idiots, if you know Dado, Syriax, or Rhyme Salar, they did that whole shebang. That was pretty fun. I did it myself. I beat all of them, I believe, and you got a lobby character that glowed if you beat him. So there was an actual like little bit of a reward for it. It's a sniper. This might come back as this. No, DMT is a scout rifle, so. So it had Mulligan. Interesting. So that person increased precision damage. Kills briefly increase damage against next target. I gotta be honest, they're gonna have to drastically change this exotic if they're bringing it back. Because a lot of the D1 exotics, despite, like, people think that the D1 exotics were good, they're not. They're not. Like, look at Thunderlord D1 and Thunderlord Destiny 2. Well, let's see if the lore says anything. Oh, this is here if y'all want to read it. Arc Bolt, second shot tears through the line of her. There's mention of shots. Huh, this might be something similar to. This might build into bolt charge. Shots wide over the snap event. Oh, never mind. A second shot tears through the line. Never mind. I don't know. Every hit blazes the path to our reclamation. It could be kinetic, but I don't know what they're going to bring it back as. Because if I remember correctly, Icebreaker was originally kinetic that they made solar. Snipers aren't meta is the biggest issue with a lot of snipers, like exotic snipers. The snipers just aren't meta. Even Whisper of the Worm is not super meta. It is almost 2 o'clock, though. No updates from Bungie Help yet, either. Come on. Wait, I didn't even get a cutscene. What the fuck? I didn't even get a fucking cutscene. I still have no power level. I personally would like Thunderlord to, well, okay, if they bring back those machine guns, I think what should have happened is like similar to Dead Messenger, give it the Dead Messenger and Borealis treatment, like hard light. Let it switch elements because we don't have a heavy weapon that can switch elements right now. Do that, make Void apply Weaken, Solar apply Scorch? That's possible. And let Arc build up Bolt Charge. And make Stasis apply Slow, Strand applying Sever. Give it some, give that as a machine gun I think would be pretty solid. I'm probably not going to load into an activity because I still have 0 power. I just don't know how people are in. You know, I honestly should be at Bungie as like a creative thing, as like a creative lead. I think CB Gray gave up. Yeah, CB Gray gave up. My God, Lucky is fucking. Of course. Well, it is 2 o'clock. No updates. Make it more choice heavy, having all 3 makes a 4th. We proc 2 at a time. That is interesting, like the fact that we might get exotic prismatic elements at some. Well, we probably won't get that. There could be, we could get like an exotic quest where we get the Void, Solar, Stasis, and Strand machine guns, and then if we get a new rarity, for instance, like a pearlescent that like Borderlands has, we get a pearlescent, we can craft all of those machine guns into one pearlescent giga machine gun. Give it like a unique frame, like maybe a rocket machine gun or something like that. Yeah, they would have to do Stasis and Strand. Unless they sort of did it, unless they made it to where, like, a prismatic, made it like a prismatic thing to where each bullet does a different, applies a different element. That's the only kind of way I see an all element machine gun working if, like, they did like a Thunderlord like that. I'm more so seeing as like, hey, you get these machine guns now you get a new rarity, combine that shit to get that new rarity. Because it would be honestly kind of insane, especially if like you could swap between Void and Solar between each other, like applying Weaken to building up those ignitions. That'd be kind of insane. And that would technically mean that if you had an all element machine gun, The solar one would be able to stun unstoppables. Same with the stasis one, the strain wouldn't be able to do anything because Sever doesn't really do anything. Void wouldn't be able to do anything either. And Arc, bolt charge doesn't do anything, so yeah, just be an unstoppable machine gun essentially. Alright though, it is 2 o'clock. I'm gonna hop off while Bungie gets their shit together. Play the Atomic Heart DLC a little bit, you know. Probably won't be a video on it or anything like that. But I will catch y'all at 3. And breakfast, yeah, that's what I was saying because I'm just now seeing this. That's what I wish they did with Prismatic. It was saying fuck the balance and give us more than just one aspect for the subclass stuff. For a Prismatic, I'm assuming that they will actually do that at some point. But the problem is all the light subclasses don't have 4 in total. Solar still only has 3 for Titan. So they need to give Solar another aspect in order for them to be able to bring 2. But on that note, I will catch y'all at 3 o'clock, assuming Bungie does their job.